How do environmental factors affect genetic symptoms? Imagine your genes as a set of instructions stored in your body's blueprint. Now picture the environment as the weather that influences how those instructions are carried out. That's exactly what happens when environmental factors impact genetic symptoms. They don't change the DNA itself but can change how genes are turned on or off. This process is called gene expression. Think of it like software running on a computer. The hardware stays the same, but the way the software operates can be affected by external conditions. For example, exposure to pollution or chemicals can activate or deactivate certain genes. This can make symptoms of a hereditary condition more noticeable or less severe. If someone has a genetic predisposition to asthma, breathing in high levels of air pollution might trigger more frequent or intense attacks. On the other hand, avoiding pollutants could lessen those symptoms. Temperature and light also play roles. For instance, some genetic conditions like skin sensitivities can worsen with sun exposure or extreme cold. Diet is another key environmental factor. Nutrients from food can influence gene activity. For example, a person with a genetic risk for certain metabolic disorders might see symptoms worsen if they consume a diet high in sugar or unhealthy fats. Conversely, a balanced diet rich in vitamins and minerals can help manage or reduce symptoms. Toxins and chemicals in the environment can cause epigenetic changes. These are chemical modifications to DNA that don't alter the genetic code but can turn genes on or off. For example, smoking during pregnancy can cause epigenetic changes that increase the child's risk of health issues later in life. These changes can sometimes be passed down from parent to child, affecting hereditary health. Stress is another environmental factor that can influence gene expression. Chronic stress can lead to changes in how genes related to immune function or mental health behave. This can make symptoms of hereditary disorders more prominent or harder to manage. Understanding how environmental factors influence genetic symptoms helps us see that genetics are not the whole story. Lifestyle choices and surroundings can modify how genetic traits show up. For families with hereditary health issues, this means that avoiding certain environmental risks or adopting healthier habits can make a real difference. It's a reminder that while we inherit our genes, how they express themselves can be shaped by what we do and what surrounds us. This knowledge supports personalized approaches to managing hereditary conditions and improving overall health.